So I'm sitting outside of this gym, and I just got off the phone with somebody I've known for like a little while, right? And to give you a little bit of backstory on this, and by the way, it was a great phone call, but to give you a little bit of backstory on this, right? Like, this dude was one of my soldiers for a while, and so to really set the stage for this, like the best way to tell this story and why I'm thinking the way that I am right now is, so like we're on an exercise and we're staying we're sleeping outside on the ground and that kind of stuff, right? And so like this is a bigger dude, right? I'm not going to put his name out there because that's his personal business, and I'm also going to try to avoid a couple other details, but I'm used to being like asleep really really late at this point in time, right? I'm doing platoon sergeant stuff. I'm making a lot of moves here and there, blah blah blah. I got a lot of stuff that I got to monitor, whatever, right? So I'm used to being, up late, real late, and at this particular point in time, like we got stuff to do in like a few hours, and I'm still up, and I'm going over, like SOPs. I'm going over maps. I'm just trying to make sure of a lot of different stuff because we got a lot of things to do, and I see this guy, right? And he's one of my guys. I find out pretty quickly because if you're around your dudes enough, you can tell who they are in the dark. And I see him just kind of pacing back and forth. And like we have watch out and other guys are asleep. So I walk up to him. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing awake? And then I realize who it is. And I'm like, dude, you have like guard in, on the line in like a couple hours. And this guy says to me, like he's really droney, and he looks up at me and he goes, I just got this text, right? And it isn't like a small thing, right? Like this is like a traumatic event that he's going through, a long list of stuff that is happening all at once that people make like country songs about, right? So really, really bad things going on. And he looks up at me, and I can see him in the dark. I can see him plain as day. I'm never going to forget this. He looks at me and he goes, I don't know what to do. Right? I've never seen like physical stuff or whatever, right? Like you're getting abused by people at schoolhouses, or people have like their basic training stories where you watch a soul leave a person's body. Like, you never quite get over seeing like the light come out of somebody's eyes like that, right? And I watched it happen in real time, and I told him, I was like, listen, we'll talk about it. We'll talk more. We have things to do, but, we're going to talk about it. And really, this just kind of turned into me talking to this dude all night. Up until, the work day, we go through all of that. And so post the exercise and that kind of thing, right? I keep on talking to this guy, and I notice that he starts like gaining weight and that kind of stuff. And he's going through, and a lot of guys have been through like depressive episodes, right? And it affects different guys differently. Like, I had mine when I got through, most recent divorce a few years ago, and I got to 100, like really, really, really light. Like, I look like I'm starving to death, really light, because, I got the thyroid issue that goes the other way. So I lose weight really, really quickly. And he's going through a lot, and I keep talking to him, and I keep talking to him, and I keep talking to him. It's not looking good, right? And then one day, I'm talking to him throughout this thing, and again, I'm not going to share details, but finally, like, it clicks. It clicks. And you start to see him come out of it. And then you start to see him, like, start to do something about it, right? You start to see him get back on track. He's back, to work on time all the time. He's starting to do better with like his army things. He's going to the gym and he's doing better. And then you see over that, and by the way, over this course of time, right, this guy had, where he's going through this really bad depressive episode, he gains 85 pounds. And he was already a little chunky before. This guy is very heavy. You know, and the funny thing is that, like, he started to do better. He started to do better and started to continue to do better. And then I left. I left that unit, right? And we would keep it, and we would keep in touch here and there and that kind of stuff. And I still talk to him every once in a while now. And the funny thing is that, like, he calls me up today, like just now, right? And I ask him how he's doing and how everything is going and blah, blah, blah. And this is over the course of a while now. Man's is all the way in shape. I get a photo of this guy. The man looks hand sculpted by Jesus. Okay? He's got himself a new house. He's got himself a cool lady. Got himself a couple of dogs. He's doing really, really well. And he tells me, you know, the reason why he called me was because where he's at right now, it wouldn't have been such a turnaround if one guy, you know, didn't, like, because he felt gave up on by a lot of different types of people, right? And that sort of hits me right in the heart, right? Because, like, when you go through that real deal depressive episode, man, you can feel real small. You can feel real, real alone. But he tells me that there was one guy that it always felt like, you know, never gave up on him, and he's talking about me. And by the way, I asked him if it was okay if I talked about this, as long as I, you know, leave a lot of details out of it and that kind of stuff, because, you know, that's a privacy thing. And of course he's like, yeah, of course. You know, and the thing is that it makes me look back, and not to, you know, some time ago now, I posted a video about, like, I had a rough time, and it was people that know what that is like, that drag you up out of it. And this guy's thanking me for, honestly, I'm paying it forward because other people did it for me, right? So the big thing that I want to say really is this. The world can be a really, really bad place. It can be a really dark, really evil place. It can be scary. You know, anybody that's gone through life and honestly said that they've never panicked before about how life was going, they were never nervous about whether or not what they were really looking for in life was going to work out. Like, that's nonsense. Everybody does that. But you know what? If you surround yourself or interact with the right people that are going to tell you the truth, that are going to try and bring you back up, even if it's the hard way, you know. Or if you are that person, you know, don't drop the ball. Don't drop the ball. The world has always been short on really good people. You know. So the few that are around, you know, it's really easy to get black-pilled by a lot of stuff that's out there these days. But that isn't a reason to give up. It isn't a reason to show, you know, that sort of laziness or weakness, because, man, you might not be having a bad time right now, you know, but you can remember a time that you were. So if you see somebody else that's going through that, that's not like, I don't view that as like an exhausting thing. I don't view that as like a taxing thing. It's, you got to look out for your own, you know, like you got to be able to be that positive force that helps guys out, or gals, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Because man, it can get really hard. You know, but just remember, you know, if you're going through something and you are starting to feel like that sort of like super de-duper alone, You're not. You're not. Other people have been watching. Other people have been paying attention, and other people are always ready to help. Like, there's so many people out there that will say stupid things like, I'll be there for anything. Yeah, okay, well, help me paint my house because I need something to do, and my brain is just not ready for life right now. And while a lot of people will disappear after a statement like that, a bare few will cross state lines just to help. Hang on to those people, and if you are that person, you're doing the right thing. Keep doing the right thing. Life is hard, man. So, I apologize for my ramblings, okay? This is probably not what you're used to seeing from me. And I am working on other stuff right now, right? I'm actually supposed to be able to put something out. Should be able to put something out before today is over. I just had to go to the gym and go beat up my little shoulders for a little bit because I'm small and I need to try and be a little less small, or at least be cut. Jesus. But I mean, that said, guys, I mean, we get the point. Don't stop being a good person just because life is hard. And if you're going through a rough time, somebody is going to be able to pick up that phone and actually help you out. So, I normally have a tagline to say at the end of this, and it's my well-used one, but you know what? Look, just don't stop being good people. There's plenty of you out there. Either it's in this comments section or in classes that I've taught for years now, or even in the gym I'm getting ready to walk into right now. There's always good people that are going to help guys out. So, keep doing your thing. Stay safe. Take it easy.